This is North Myrtle Beach Chiefs basketball on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network, and it starts right now.
Hello and welcome to the North Myrtle Beach High School gym as the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs get ready to start region play against their arch rivals, the Myrtle Beach Seahawks, here in North Myrtle Beach. I'm Brandon Biskobing. I will be giving you all the action right here as we get set. And joining me is Tyler Kerp. Tyler, an interesting set of circumstances during these games, during these rivalry games, as the JV games start off the afternoon and then the varsity teams play in the evening. JV for the girls won 24-19. So for the girls, the varsity girls, they want to continue that, as now the North Myrtle Beach Lady Chiefs come out and get ready for this game. And Tyler, we talked about it. Big rivalry game, big game to start off region play. This is going to be a fun one.
Well, definitely, Brandon. Today was a very special moment for North Myrtle Beach High School, as both JV and varsity teams play here at North Myrtle Beach High School tonight, as Myrtle Beach girls team takes the court. It's very loud here. It's going to be very electric all night. It's going to be a very competitive, very high with emotion for both games. 32 minutes full of action. It's going to be back and forth all night between these two bitter rivals, just a few miles away from each other.
Yeah, I mean, this is the big rivalry of the area, these two teams playing each other. And like you mentioned, we have a near capacity crowd here tonight. We got the bands, we got the cheerleaders. Let's get this thing going. This is going to be a fun night. We talked about North Myrtle Beach, number 12 in South Carolina at a 13-1 record, and number 5 in the quadruple A coaches poll, number 6 in Max Preps rankings for quadruple A. So this Chiefs team has been playing amazingly. They were able to beat Sockasty in dominant fashion on Tuesday. We talked about it during the Sockasty game. Jenna Berger still out with appendicitis, but her sister on Tuesday absolutely came and forced Jordan, and Coach Smith looks to have her play that way once again.
Jordan Berger definitely had a great game on Tuesday against Sockasty, but the one that really stuck out to me was freshman guard and the Lady Chiefs' big three-point threat in Riley Vincent. I talked with Coach Smith before the game today on how she has stepped up even as a freshman. She had to say she was the leading scorer on JV as an 8th grader, a middle schooler last year, so she is definitely ready for the pressure. She's been through rivalry games before. However, none of them in middle school and none of those games in JV are as highly climatic as the ones at the varsity level, including this one here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about a big rivalry game, so this is the moment to step up and show up. And you mentioned it, Coach Smith mentioned to me as well that she's been shooting that well in practice as well. So Coach Smith expects a big game from Riley Vincent once again. Speaking of Coach Smith, we'll go real quick to my interview with Coach Smith prior to the game today, and then we'll be right back with more pregame preparations and the starting lineups right here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. I'm here with the girls' head coach, Brooke Smith. Brooke, first game going into the into regional play. Not only that, but it is the rivalry game. How do you keep the teams emotions in check and make sure that they stay focused on what they need to do?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, we want to be excited because, this is what you live for. You live for these big games. And I think in the very beginning, they're going to have a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of nerves. But I think once we get going and we do a couple good things, I think they're going to quickly use that to their advantage and push forward and have a great game tonight.
Going into region play, you've had the high of only losing your first game out of region.
Correct.
Does your game plan change at all going into the region play, or do you basically just say, do what we've been doing in the non-region schedule and we should be good?
Well, I mean, obviously the stakes are much higher right now. We have a goal as a team to be number one in the region. So, in order to do that, we have to probably do our homework a little more, which is what we did. We watched a lot of film.
Yeah.
We broke down a lot of things. With this team, we broke down individual players, and we set up a lot of our things based around our analyzing of film. So, it does get, the pressure gets built now. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's definitely a little bit different now.
And not only is the pressure building because of region play and the rivalry game and everything, this is a very unique type of setup in these games in particular against Myrtle Beach, where you've got the 2 JV games going right before you guys. Does that change the team's preparation and how they feel, and that you got that anticipation building up seeing the JV teams play first? Does that change anything?
I mean, I think my girls are really, really excited because of that. I mean, I think it's letting them see what they're seeing out here when our girls do, and because our JV team has not been the most successful this season. They've only won a few games. So to see them come out here and do what they're doing against Myrtle Beach right now is only going to heighten the mood of these girls, and excited to go out there and do good things and be ready to go and be intense.
One final question. Jordan Berger had a great game last week, or on Tuesday rather. Do you expect more of the same from her, basically taking over her sister's role as the main scorer?
Well, to be honest, I definitely think that she's going to be doing what she did last year, which was dropping the same amount of points that she did in the last game. That's typically what she does. I think our real niche is going to be with Daviana Hatchell, number 24. Mm-hmm. She is the one going to be the difference maker. If she can get her 10 to 15 points and Riley can continue to shoot the threes the way she is, that's what's going to make the difference. Jordan will get her points because the big height difference tonight. So she's going to make that happen.
Yeah, Riley had a great game. I know I said the last question, but you just made me think of one. Riley Vincent had an incredible game against Saukesty. Are you expecting more of the same in this one?
Absolutely. She's been shooting just the same in practice the rest of the week, knocking down threes left and right. I think that she's only going to continue to expand and grow and find other ways to score too beyond the 3-point mark now because her confidence is growing. So yeah, I expect her to knock down another 5 threes tonight. That's right.
Let's hope so for the Chiefs' sake, and let's hope that Rogan can then proceed to hit another 5 or 6 in the boys' game. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Coach, and good luck tonight.
Well, my anxiety's going to be up for that one too because my son plays on that team.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
okay.
my son is Tyree Smith.
Oh, okay. So
I got to deal with double anxiety tonight. It's going to be a lot.
Well, good luck tonight, and we look forward to calling it.
Thank you very much.
That was Coach Smith as I talked to her prior to tonight's game, and we talked about it before, but Riley and Jenna, or excuse me, Jordan are really gonna have to step up tonight and really show themselves in this rivalry game. Any other players or any other thoughts that you have going into this game?
Well, talking to Coach Smith earlier today about players that need to step up against Myrtle Beach tonight, and no doubt they definitely did a great job against Saukesty, but Saukesty is not Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach moves the ball quicker, they're more athletic, they jump higher, and talking with Coach Smith, a few players came up in our conversation about players stepping up and scoring, and of course, Jordan Berger, Riley Vincent, and Daviana Hatchell, the Lady Chiefs' main rebounder this season. Those three are expected to pick up the scoring, while the remainder of the team, and especially the bench, are going to be picking up in the other areas, such as assists and rebounds, trying to knock off this Myrtle Beach team, which yesterday picked up their 10th win, so they reached double digits. Sorry, not yesterday. Wednesday, yes. They picked up their 10th win against St. James, a road game, winning 36-13. And also, they played on the 7th, Tuesday, at home against Conway, winning 41-18. So, looking at these two scores, no team has scored 20 points against this team in the last two games against them, but they do have a size disadvantage, their tallest player only being 5'9". So it'll be very interesting to see if Coach Smith tells her guards to feed the ball inside to generate some mismatches and hopefully get a few buckets under the hoop.
Yeah. Coach Smith did mention Daviana Hatchell to me as well, and yeah, she's got that size advantage. One thing to note about Myrtle Beach, all of their losses are either to out-of-state teams or a higher level team. Their only loss to a South Carolina team was against Dutch Fork, who is in quintuple A, excuse me. So they've been playing very well at teams either on their level or below. So this is going to be a great matchup. Real quick, if you guys saw that graphic that played at the beginning of the broadcast, I want to give a shout out to Travis West, who used to be a student here who created that graphic for us. Thanks a lot, Travis, and hopefully we'll be able to get that more often from you. We're just a few minutes away from tip-off here for the girls' game. Let's run through the keys to the game.
Well, my keys to the game, obviously, one that stuck out to me, the lack of size on Myrtle Beach's roster. You have to feed the ball inside. You have to get offensive rebounds against a smaller team. And just play your normal game. Coach Smith didn't change anything in practice, but her team knows that when it comes to a rivalry game, you cannot afford to make key turnovers because you do want to have bragging rights until they play the next time in a month or so.
So we'll step aside real quick, and we'll be right back with the starting lineups and tip-off here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to North Myrtle Beach High School. This is John Please. Welcome to North Myrtle Beach High School. Welcome. We are the North. Tonight, the North Myrtle Beach High School Lady Chiefs taking on the Myrtle Beach High School Lady Seahawks. First for the visiting Lady Seahawks of Myrtle Beach High School. Number 1, Shayla Campbell. Number 5, Staracia Alston. Number 10, Amira Nelson. Number 14, Joselia Bezet. And number 21, Zaria Dennis. Head coach, Jennifer Dennison. Assistant, Ashley White. Assistant, Larry Bowen. Assistant, Jeremy Howard. Athletic Director, Coach John Cahill. Principal, Mr. McCoy. And now, let's get ready for your North Myrtle Beach High School Chiefs. Introducing the Myrtle Beach High School varsity cheerleaders. Number 21 at the point guard position, a freshman, Ashanti White. At the point guard position, a freshman, number 22, Riley Dixon. At the guard forward position, a senior, number 23, Jordan Berger. At the guard forward position, a junior, number 24, Daviana Hatchell. The guard position, a senior, number 30, Jermisha Moss. Head coach, Brooks Smith. Assistant, Allison Umbarger. Assistant, Coach Derek Vincent. Manager, Asia Moore, Desasia Melanie. Athletic Director, Coach Brooks Woodley. Principal, Ms. Teresa Todd. Assistant, Thomas Prince. Assistant, Mr. Wilton Ward. Ms. Kashina Chestnut. Booster Club President, Mr. Timothy Marine. Vice President, Booster Club, Ms. Susan Kingston. Top stats, Ms. Asia Ford. Introducing the North Myrtle Beach High School varsity cheerleaders.
And there are your starting lineups for both teams going back and running back through. For Myrtle Beach, you've got Staracia Alston, Amara Nelson, Jazina Besson, as the tip is quickly taken by the Seahawks, and that ball is tipped out of bounds. It will remain Seahawks ball.
One thing I'd like to say, Brandon, as both teams just get underway here, is whenever both teams were at
a tip recovered by the Seahawks. Seahawks in black on black jerseys, so a little tricky tonight. Amara Nelson with the ball, now passes it over to Campbell. Campbell over to Nelson. Nelson bringing it far side, passes it far side out to Dennis. Dennis thought about driving, now kicks it out far side, now back out to the point. Now back over to Nelson. Nelson hands it off to Campbell. Campbell back at the point. Now setting it back up, now getting a screen, driving far side, thought about shooting, now passes it far side corner, now passes it inside, almost stolen as the pass inside to Dennis was tipped, and it will go out of bounds off of a Seahawk, so it will be Lady Chiefs ball as Riley Vincent brings the ball up across the timeline, passes it far side over to White. White now back over to Berger, now back over to Vincent at the point, now back over to White. White inside and put up, no good, but Jermisha Moss will draw the foul, and she will go to the line to shoot two.
Looks like Coach Smith is taking advantage of that size advantage that the Lady Chiefs have on the floor in their starting lineup. Jermisha Moss going to the line, shooting two.
The first one is up and good for Moss, so the Chiefs get on the board first. It's 1-0. 7:05 remaining in the first quarter. We're just underway here in North Myrtle Beach. The second one up, no good, just off the rim. Tipped, scramble for the ball. The Chiefs are able to get it for a second, but another scramble. No whistle yet. Thought that they'd call a jump ball, but the Chiefs are able to finally recover it. Nice job by the Chiefs keeping the pressure on the defensive end with that ball loose. Berger now with the ball near side wing. Getting pressured, passing it inside to Moss. Moss puts it up, no good, but she will draw another foul and go to the line once again.
Jamisha seems much more confident making her second start tonight, already drawing 2 fouls from the Myrtle Beach big men underneath.
The first shot is up, no good, off front iron. Yeah, we talked about it during the pregame in the last game against Sockesty, how she was the one that was going to replace Jenna Berger. And, you know, she had a decent game but didn't really contribute all that much in the game against Sockesty, as that one is also missed, so she goes 0 for 2. 1 of 4 so far from the free throw line for Moss. Now Myrtle Beach passes it inside quickly to Alston. Alston kicks it out. 3 is no good, but an offensive rebound by Campbell. Campbell now bringing it near far side, driving, tries to pass it inside to Alston, but she loses it. Scramble for the ball. Myrtle Beach able to get it back. Alston passes it inside to Campbell. Campbell thought about it. Now she gets it stolen by Berger. Berger driving coast to coast, thought about putting it up. Now passes it inside, but she loses it. Now Myrtle Beach going back the other way, and Myrtle Beach decides to slow it down. Quick possessions right there. Now Campbell with the ball at the timeline. Now passes it over far side to Dennis. Dennis near side passes it. Now pass out to near side corner. 3 by Alston, no good. Rebounded by the Chiefs. White with the ball. Now passes it far side to Berger. Now passes it near side. Now passes it inside to Berger. Lost it. Now passes it out to White. White brings it back out and resets. Berger now passes it inside to Hatchell. Hatchell, no good. Offensive rebound, however, and a foul will be called. I believe that, yes, they will call an offensive foul on Jermisha Moss as Adaya Vereen checks in for the Chiefs.
It seems like the Chiefs have all the momentum with their home crowd behind them, but unfortunately they're only up by 1, going 1 for 4 from the foul stripe thus far.
Yeah, not a very slow start to this game, as we're almost 3 minutes into the game with only 1 point on the board. Campbell with the ball, driving far outside, floater no good, rejected by the Chiefs, now driving. Vincent passes it inside to Berger. Berger puts it up, no good. Rebounded by the Seahawks. Seahawks now trying to push. Driving, puts it up, no good, but a foul will be called. Josiah Besant drove all the way to the hole and put it up, but they will call a non-shooting foul. And it will stay, they will call a non-shooting foul on the Chiefs, so it will stay Seahawks ball. Campbell with the ball at the point, now passes it over. Campbell driving it back over to the point, now passes it far side over to Besant. Besant now passes it near side wing. 3, no good by Nelson. Rebounded by Berger for a second, but it will go off her hands. It will be Myrtle Beach ball once more.
And it seems like the Lady Chiefs are upping their intensity on their defense, really forcing Myrtle Beach to work for every shot.
Campbell with the ball, trying to slow down the pace. This has been a very up-tempo game so far, in spite of there only being 1 point so far. Now passes inside to Campbell. Campbell puts it up. Oh, rims out. Rebounded by Hatchell. Vincent now with the ball, slowing it down, setting up a play at the point. Passes it far side to Vereen. Vereen driving, kick out to Vincent. Now passes it near side to Vincent. Vincent puts up a floater and drains it. Riley Vincent with the first field goal of the game so far, and it's 3-0 Chiefs. Campbell with the ball at the point, now passes it, now gets it back to her at the North logo. Passes it far side. Now over to Nelson. Nelson back over to the point. Nelson once more with the ball at the point. Thought they were going to get looked like they were going to get a pick, but a nice steal and puts it up by Deviana Hatchell. And just like that, the Chiefs are up 5-0. 5-0 run for the Chiefs to start off this game. Burgess now with the ball, now back over, now passes it near side corner. A 3 put up by Campbell, no good. Rebounded by the Chiefs, scramble for the ball, still scrambling, and the Chiefs are able to get it out without incurring a jump ball. Hatchell now with the ball at the point, now passes it over to White. White now back over to Vereen. Vereen, Vincent, now Berger with the ball. Thought about taking a shot, passes it inside to Hatchell. Now she kicks it out to Vereen. Vereen thought about driving, now a whistle is blown, and that will be a traveling violation on Vincent.
Brandon, I'd like to add that we are over 5 minutes into the game, and Myrtle Beach still has yet to get on the board.
Yeah, so stifling defense for the Chiefs. As a 3 is put up and drained by Fatima Alston, and the Seahawks are finally on the board. It's 5-3 now. Vincent now with the ball, passes it over, now back over far side wing to Berger. Vincent puts a long 3 up, no good off front iron. Offensive rebound by Berger. She's able to put it up, but no good. Rebounded by the Seahawks, I believe.
And a good job by Shanti White underneath. Being undersized against Myrtle Beach's bigs, going up for that board and being able to draw the foul. Once again, the Lady Chiefs are going back to the foul line.
Yeah, another foul incurred by the Chiefs, and Ashanti White to the line. First one up, no good off front iron. 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. 5-3 Chiefs in the lead here. Shanti White taking her time. Second one up, and no good off back iron this time. Rebounded by the Seahawks. Seahawks pushing the pace, driving, and she will draw the foul. Shalay Campbell drawing the foul.
Myrtle Beach is not afraid to push the ball inside, even though they are undersized, but it's very interesting to see what is going on developing here in a low-scoring game so far here tonight.
Far side corner is Campbell. Now passes it over to the point. Nelson with the ball. Passes it over far side wing to Campbell. Campbell over far side. Now far side corner over to Nelson. She will draw a foul. And it will remain Seahawks ball. Inbound over to Campbell. Now Alston with the ball, near side wing, driving far side. Thought about putting the shot up, but loses control of the ball. A scramble for the ball. They will call a jump ball. Or no, I think those. Oh, they will call a jump ball, and it will be Chiefs ball. So another nice job of the Chiefs of stifling defense.
Once again, the Lady Chiefs are the first team on the floor diving after loose balls.
Berger with the ball, bringing it quickly up the court. Thought about it, stutter step, brings it up and under, no good. Rebounded by the Seahawks. Seahawks pushing up. Campbell, inbound pass, almost lost the ball, did the Seahawks, and they do end up losing it as an errant pass by Shalay Campbell puts the ball out of play for the Chiefs.
1:14 remaining here in the first quarter. 5-3, the Chiefs lead over the Seahawks.
Hatchell bringing the ball up, a strong defensive effort by the Seahawks. She's able to bring it back out. Now trying to get it to Vincent. Now an errant pass by Hatchell, stolen by the Seahawks. Campbell pushing it up. Thought about driving, now kicks it out. Now thought about driving, but she brings it back out to the timeline. Driving once more. Puts up a shot. No good. She will draw a foul, however, and she goes down to the floor hard.
Looks like she's slow to get up, Brandon, but it looks like she will be okay. She'll be able to take her foul shots. That's Hatchell's first on the night.
Shalay Campbell averaging 9 points a game, 2 assists, and 4 rebounds per game. This will be an attempt for her first points of the game. First one is up and no good off back iron. So we're remaining a 5-3 ball game. 44.4 seconds remaining in the first quarter. As Daviana Hatchell comes out of the game, she gets replaced by Destiny Vereen. The second one up, no good. Rebounded by Vereen. Now pushing it up, long outlet pass, stolen by the Seahawks. Passes it far side, near side corner, three, no good by Alston. Rebounded by the Chiefs, scramble for the ball, and the Seahawks are able to get the ball back. Campbell now with the ball at the point. Stutter step, drive, put up, no good. Rebounded by the Chiefs. Berger pushing the ball up, passes it inside to White. White passes it over to Vincent, who thought about taking a long three, now passes it over to White. White stutter step, driving far side, almost gets it stripped, but a nice job by Vereen having the ball. Vincent now with a long three, and she takes it, and that shot will count at the buzzer. Nice offensive rebound and put back by Destiny Vereen, and after one, it's 7-3 Chiefs.
If I remember correctly, Brandon, we've ended the first quarter with a buzzer-beating shot against Saukesty. However, that was with Riley Vincent. This one is with Daviana Hatchell, not really knowing she had to get it off just before the buzzer expired.
Yeah, that great job by her, having the wherewithal to know the timing and able to put that shot up right away and make it a 7-3 ball game as we head into the first intermission. An interesting start to this game. Very tough defense on both sides of the ball. But the Chiefs have been able to do more because they've been able to get to the line.
Well, only having a 4-point lead after one quarter, they're going to have to do more. And one thing that sticks out to me, against Saukesty, the Chiefs were very efficient from the foul line. However, early on in this one, they're only 1 for 6 from the charity stripe thus far.
Yeah, and that's not what you want to see. Yes, it's good to get to the line, but then you have to capitalize once you get there. As we are just about set to start the second quarter.
Second period underway. Let's ride.
Seahawks start with the ball. Amara Nelson with the ball. Passes it far side wing over to Campbell. Campbell back over to Nelson. Nelson back over to Campbell. Campbell thought about it. Now drives. Puts it up. No good off of the side of the backboard. Rebounded by Vincent. Vincent pushing it all the way. Coast to coast goes Riley Vincent, and it's a 9-3 ball game. Seahawks now with the ball. Alston passes it inside, passes it near side corner, no good. Rebounded by the Chiefs. Vincent with another rebound. She's playing strong at the boards as well. She decides to slow it down this time. Resets at the half-court circle. Passes it near side wing over to White. White getting trapped a bit. Passes over to Vereen. Vereen, nice inside pass to Berger, and she puts in the easy layup. 11-3 ball game now. And Myrtle Beach says we need a timeout. I believe that is a 6-0 run now for the Chiefs.
That's actually a 4-0 run in 1 minute and 4 seconds here. Great job by Riley Vincent and Jordan Berger, able to push the ball inside. That's definitely been Myrtle Beach's kryptonite thus far, and they're down 8 as they take their first timeout of the night.
Yeah, the Chiefs able to get the ball inside. We talked about it at the opener, how North Myrtle Beach has the size advantage. So when you have the size advantage, you have to use it. And North Myrtle Beach has done a great job so far of using said size advantage.
And even though Riley Vincent is undersized compared to these bigs, she's rounding out her game by driving the ball inside and grabbing a lot of defensive rebounds.
Yeah, she's been doing great with how small she is. She's been doing great at getting the ball as we are back underway. Now passes it over to Nelson. Nelson almost lost it. Now passes it over to Campbell. Campbell far side over to Alston. Alston back over to Nelson. Nelson near side. Handoff back to Nelson. Now another handoff. Put up a shot, did Starasha Alston, but that will go out of bounds. It will be Chiefs ball.
Once again, the Lady Chiefs defense is starting to get under the skin of the Seahawks, causing another turnover.
Inbound pass Now Berger with the ball, Vincent with the ball. Now Hatchell bringing in near side wing. Thought about taking it inside. Now Berger stutter steps, puts it up, no good. Rebounded. Oh, nice rebound by the Chiefs. Nice job being aggressive on the boards. Now Hatchell puts a shot up, no good, but another offensive rebound for the Chiefs. Passed it out far side. Vincent puts up a shot off of the side of the backboard, and that ball will go out of bounds. It will be Seahawks ball. In spite of not scoring anything in that possession, it was a very nice job by the Chiefs of being aggressive on the offensive boards and being able to keep possession throughout that time. Campbell with the ball now, bringing it far side, hands it off to Alston. Alston now back over to Nelson. Nelson resets, brings it back to the center circle. Now back over to Campbell, far side wing. Campbell bringing in near side. Thinking about driving, almost lost the ball, but she's able to recover. Passes it inside, up and under, no good. Nice steal by Jenna Berger. Berger pushing it up. Passes it over to Vincent. Vincent with the ball now. Now passes it inside to Hatchell. A jump ball will be called, and possession arrow will favor the Chiefs.
Back to what you were saying, Brandon, about that Chiefs possession, about being very aggressive. Well, being very aggressive, maybe a little too aggressive, causes you to turn over the ball and be a little wild with your shots. Coach Smith will definitely be talking about that in the next huddle.
Vincent, a quick inbound to Jordan Berger. Outlet pass out to Hatchell, who takes a three, but no good. And it's a foul called on Vereen. That's her first.
We're at the 5:16 mark. The Lady Chiefs have held the Seahawks scoreless here in the second thus far at 11-3.
Campbell with the ball at the center circle. Setting up a play. Passes it over to Besant. Besant driving far side. Now back out. Now driving. Almost tried to put a shot up, but it gets stolen by Berger. Berger driving. Thought about putting a shot up. Now she does. No shot, no basket, but she will. Oh, no, they'll call a traveling violation on Berger. So it will be Myrtle Beach ball.
It seems like Jordan Berger was trying too much on trying to make the shot rather than controlling her feet on that one.
Campbell with the ball at the point, passes it near side wing over to Nelson. Nelson thought about it, now passes it out. Now thought about passing it inside, passes it back out. Now Campbell with the ball once again, driving far side. She loses it, but they will say it was tipped by Vereen.
I'm going to say one thing, Brandon. Throughout the first roughly 12 minutes of this game, it seems like Myrtle Beach is afraid to push the ball inside and go up against the bigger Chiefs big men.
Yep. Campbell with the ball far side wing, now passes it over to Nelson. Nelson bringing it far side, now back over to Campbell. Campbell far side wing. Thought about driving, but now kicks it back out to Besant. Now back over to Campbell. Campbell driving far side down the baseline. Stop and pop, no good. But a nice job by her getting an offensive rebound. She stops and pops again, also no good. Rebounded by Berger this time. Now the Chiefs pushing it up. Chiefs, Berger with the ball. Thought about driving. Spin move. Passes it inside to Ashanti White. She loses the ball, however, and it will go out of bounds. It will be Seahawks ball.
And that was a very good example of basketball IQ by Jordan Berger there. Unfortunately, the pass was at the wrong place at the wrong time. And unfortunately, Ashanti White couldn't get there to save it before being a turnover.
Nelson bringing the ball up. Passes it over to Campbell. Campbell passes it over near side wing. Now over to the near side corner. Almost lost the ball, but it now goes back to Campbell. Now back over. Now spinning it around the perimeter. Stolen by Berger now. She's got an open lane. She drives all the way to the basket. No good, however. Great defense by the Seahawks, but they will call a foul. Or no. Wow. Oh, no, it did go. That ball went out of bounds. Oh, wow. Okay, they're going to call a traveling violation on Berger. Tough break for her as she had an open lane. Now passed out. Now back over to Campbell. Campbell thought about taking the three, now back over to her, driving near side, kicks it over to Bezant. Bezant driving, now passes it far side wing. Three is good by Fatima Alston. And just like that, it's 11-6 with 2:45 remaining in the first half. Vincent calling out a play, thought about driving far side, now brings it back out. Passes it over, now inside to Berger. Berger thought about driving, now passes it inside to Hatchell. Hatchell puts it up, no good, but she gets her own offensive rebound and puts it back up, no good, but she will draw a foul, so she will go to the line to shoot two.
Once again, I can't give enough credit for Daviana Hatchell taking a shot, missing it, but going back up for her own rebound, going back up once again and drawing a foul. She's going to the line for the first time tonight, actually.
First shot is up, no good. So it remains an 11-6 ball game with 2.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
The Lady Chiefs struggles at the charity stripe are now at 1 of 7, now 2 of 7 with the make of Daviana Hatchell.
2 of 8 now with that made free throw, so it's a 12-6 ball game. Campbell with the ball at the point, bringing it back close to the half-court line. Now passes it over to Nelson. Nelson over far side wing to Campbell. Campbell thought about driving, now kicks it out to Nelson. Nelson long two, drains it.
That's the first 2-point field goal of the night as the Seahawks now have their 8th point. It's only a 4-point game here, 2 minutes remaining in a half.
Vincent thinking about driving, now brings it back. Now passes it inside to Hatchell. Hatchell puts it up, no good, but she will draw another. Oh no, though, we'll call either a travel or an offensive foul, not sure which one. But either way, it is Seahawks ball. 12-8 as the Seahawks are starting to get a little bit of a run going and starting to close this gap. Shalay Campbell with the ball. Now passes it over to Alston. Alston brings it back over to Campbell. Now passes it over back to Alston. Alston near side wing. Passes over to Campbell. Campbell thought about passing it inside. Now kicks it out to Nelson. Nelson back over to Alston. Alston passed to far side wing to Campbell. Campbell thought about driving, but she will draw a foul. Oh no, they'll call a traveling on her, so it will be Chiefs ball.
It seems like both Myrtle Beach and North Myrtle Beach have a case of the traveling bug early on here tonight.
Yeah, these last two possessions have been very sloppy ones for both teams as Vincent thought about driving, now passes it inside to Hatchell. Hatchell puts up a shot, and she drains it. 14-8 with a minute remaining in the first half.
Under a minute here as the Chiefs lead 14-8 here in a half.
Alston brings it far side. Now passes it over to Campbell. Passes it over near side wing, over to Campbell, near side corner. Drives, puts it up, and drains it. Nice drive by Shalay Campbell. And it's 14-10 now. This game's getting tighter. Vincent now with the ball, driving far side. Almost lost her balance there, but she's able to recover. Puts up a long three, drains it! Riley Vincent with the long-range bucket, and it's 17-10.
She's the X factor tonight for a Chiefs victory, Brandon.
15 seconds remaining in the first half. Three put up no good, and the Chiefs will just let that go out. And it will be Chiefs ball now. They have the opportunity to get the final shot off of the half with 11.2 seconds remaining and extend this lead out to 9 or even potentially 10.
They have 11.2 seconds. They're going to have to be quick here.
A slight full court press by the Seahawks. They're able to push it out, but an errant pass by Daviana Hatchell gets the ball out of bounds. But they will say it was tipped. So it will remain Chiefs ball. Berger to inbound. Passes it far side wing, and unfortunately there, I think they're gonna say Ashanti White stepped out of bounds on that inbound pass.
So it looks like Myrtle Beach is just gonna inbound it and chuck it through.
4 seconds remaining. Driving, Campbell almost loses the ball. Berger is able to get Vincent is able to get the steal, but is not able to put up a shot. So after a half, it is 17-10 Chiefs here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. We'll be right back with some halftime stats and analysis, so stay tuned right here. Welcome back to the North Myrtle Beach Gym as the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs lead the Myrtle Beach Seahawks 17-10 here at halftime as we've got the band here. This is great. Band here, cheerleaders. This is a great atmosphere for this game and probably about half and half.
Yeah, not a bad half at all for the Lady Chiefs. However, their foul line woes still continue as I see here, looks like 2 for 8 from the foul line, so only shooting 25%. They're going to have to improve on that. However, they do have a 7-point lead at half. Comfortable, but you don't want to get too comfortable against this Myrtle Beach team.
Oh, no, absolutely not. You certainly do not want to get too comfortable because the Seahawks started to come back a little bit there. They were to within 2 points or towards the end of that second half or the quarter, and then the Chiefs were able to extend a bit at the end.
It seems as if the Seahawks finally got over their fear of driving inside against the North Myrtle Beach length, and we're starting to hit a few shots inside the paint.
Yeah, I mean, that we talked about it, that was one of the keys that the Chiefs had was they had the size advantage in this game, so they had to use it. And unfortunately, at the end of that second half, or at the end of the second quarter, they seemed to lose that a little bit. They started to allow the Seahawks to get into the paint a little bit too much, which allowed them to start coming back.
And there's no doubt that Coach Smith will be telling her players, you have to stand your ground in the paint. You cannot get soft in the paint against a team like Myrtle Beach. While I'm talking, I'd just like to say that there are a few other games in action in Region 6 tonight. This is the opening night, by the way. 10-2 Wilson. We'll see them next at Wilson on Tuesday. They are also on the road against Marlborough County, 12-3 on the season. And the other game, the Darlington Falcons at 9-4 are at Hartsville, 8-7. So it's going to be very interesting. I mean, obviously we have 16 minutes left in this one, but Wilson will be a very interesting matchup, especially going up against Georgia Tech commitment Loyal McQueen.
Yeah, so big night for Region 4 action. Unfortunately, we don't have the stats or the scores right now for those games. But if we did, we would bring them to you real quick before we talk a little bit further about what both teams need to do going into the second half. I'll just run down the college roundup real quick, as there is one player from these teams. Unfortunately, North Myrtle Beach does not have any players on either the boys or girls teams in Division I right now, but Myrtle Beach does, as Nia Sumter is with Wright State. She's played in 14 games, 21.4 field goal percentage, 0 of 1 3-point percentage, 2 of 6 free throws, and 8 points, 26 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block in her season so far. So Myrtle Beach I'm sure is proud of what she's doing so far. So looking forward into the second half, what do both of these teams need to do in order to come out with the victory?
Well, I said it before a couple minutes ago that Coach Smith is going to have to tell her team, you cannot be soft in the paint. You have to stand your ground. They have a significant size advantage, and honestly, I'm very surprised that players such as Katie Runyon and Carlin Sharp have not gotten minutes thus far, as it seemed at the end of the first half that Daviana Hatchell and Jamisha Moss were starting to tire a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we'll see more. I'm sure we'll see more of a rotation in the second half as players start to get fatigued and all of that. So it's going to be an interesting second half in this one. That's for sure.
And for Myrtle Beach, what they have to do is you got to continue doing what you were doing late in the second quarter, driving the ball inside. If North Myrtle Beach decides to not stand their ground in the paint, Myrtle Beach will attack. And they made a few buckets inside, so if it works, they're going to keep going to it. However, it depends on which team will stop all the action inside.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we talked about it at the beginning. We're talking about it again now. I think the big key for both teams, but especially for North Myrtle, is not only getting in the paint on an offensive level, but also being able to avoid these easy buckets, stop the easy buckets on the defensive end for Myrtle Beach.
That's right, and even well, it seems like both teams have been pushing the ball inside, as there's only been three three-point attempts by both teams thus far, all three going in, two of them by Myrtle Beach's number 3, Fatima Alston, and one from Riley Vincent. So she has 4 more to go to tie her season high against Sockasty.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's actually an interesting thought you just brought up. You know, we've been talking throughout the whole game in the pregame and in this halftime show about both teams having to, especially North Myrtle Beach, having to play in the paint, use their size advantage. But an interesting way to do that is to use Riley Vincent as that three-point threat to force the defense out, or conversely, use your size to drive inside, force the defense to collapse in on you, and then kick it out to Vincent for the wide-open 3.
Well, that has only happened once thus far, but with Vincent's first half performance, proof that she's more than just a three-point specialist, as she looked very strong on the defensive boards, and of course, driving inside against the taller Myrtle Beach defenders, getting a few layups. Yeah, that's been one thing that has been very impressive about Vincent in this first half, was how, yes, she's known as that three-point specialist, but she's been driving a lot as well. So that's something that I'm sure Coach Smith is definitely talking to the girls about in the locker room right now, saying, let's use Riley Vincent, let's use our size advantage, let's get this thing done. We'll have any more to say before we go to break real quick? Or? Well, I must say, in order for the Chiefs to extend their lead here in the second half, they're going to have to get Jordan Berger going. She's only had 2 buckets thus far. I would probably assume a season low in one half of play thus far. The Chiefs have just taken the court.
Yeah.
And Myrtle Beach will be coming in a little bit. So I'm going to stop here. It's going to be very interesting to see what Jordan Berger can do. She's got... She has had a few travel calls against her. She's going to have to slow it down a little bit. And if she can, I feel like the Chiefs can get their first win in region play tonight.
Yeah, I think, like you mentioned, Jordan Berger, I think it's mostly, this is a rivalry game. You've got the nerves going and everything. I think she just needs to slow everything down and play calmly, play confidently like she was again in the game against Sockasty, and if she's able to do that, I think they'll be good. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back with the second half here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Welcome back as we get ready to start the second half here at North Myrtle Beach High School. As Nelson with the ball passes to the far side over to Campbell. Now back over to Campbell. Now back over to Nelson near side wing. Thought about passing it inside. Now kicks it out to Campbell. Now passes it inside. Puts up no good. Rebounded by Berger. And a foul will be called on Myrtle Beach.
One thing I'd like to say, Brandon, as we're just over 20 seconds into the game. It seems like Brooke Smith has decided to play 2 point guards to start here in the second half, and Ashanti White and Adia Vereen. So very interesting.
Double team on Vincent. A scramble for the ball. A jump ball will be called. Possession arrow will favor the Chiefs. Hatchell to inbound. Passes over to Vincent. Vincent calling out a play as she brings it up the court. Passes it far side over to Hatchell. Hatchell now near side. Now kick it out. Now back over to Vincent. Now over to Vereen. Vereen now over to Hatchell. Hatchell back over to Vereen. Vereen near side wing. Bring it back out. Now passes it over to White. White back over to Berger. Berger passes out to Hatchell. Hatchell passes it inside to Vereen, and she puts up a layup and puts it in. Again, we talked about it, getting it inside, and a nice job. A wraparound around the key, and Vereen is able to finish it off with the easy lay-in. 19-10 with just over a minute to finish. Just over a minute out of the beginning of the third quarter. Passes it over to Campbell. Campbell almost lost it. Now she brings it back out. Now passes it over to Nelson. Nelson now back over to far side to Campbell. Campbell driving in near side. Now kicks it out to Nelson. Nelson long three from the far side corner, and she drains it. 19-13, 6:20 remaining in the third quarter. Vincent almost lost it. Now passes over to Berger. Berger now back over to Vincent. Vincent at the point, slowing things down. Now passes over to White. White bringing it far side. Now passes over. Wrap around to the far side wing to Berger, and she loses it. But it will remain Chiefs ball as it was tipped by Myrtle Beach.
One thing I've noticed about the Chiefs defense thus far, they've changed from man-to-man to zone, trying to make it even more difficult for Myrtle Beach to shoot from the outside, forcing them to drive inside and face the bigger Chiefs defenders.
Passes it inside, long-range three by Daviana Hatchell. Not sure if that was a 2 or 3. Couldn't see where she shot it from. Far side wing somewhere. But either way, 21-13 now. Long-range three for Myrtle Beach, and they drain it. That was by Fatima Alston, and it's 21-16 now. 5.5 minutes remaining. Vincent gets trapped and almost loses it. Nice job by White being right there to get the ball back. Now over to Berger, back over to White. Now back over to Vincent at the point. She slows things down. Berger now back over to White. White driving far side, puts it up, no good, and that will go out of bounds. It will be Myrtle Beach ball.
We're a little under 3 minutes here into the second half. Chiefs lead 21-16.
3 minutes into the third quarter. 5 minutes remaining. Nelson almost lost the ball, but she's able to recover. Passes it over to Alston. Alston takes a long three from the point, and she drains it.
That's the fifth three made by Myrtle Beach thus far tonight, and the lead is only at 2 now.
Berger, a bit of a trap, but they're able to break it. Hatchell passes it inside to Vereen, puts it up, and no good. Layup attempt, no good. A scramble for the ball, we'll call a jump ball, and it will be possession arrow favoring Myrtle Beach. So Myrtle Beach has the opportunity of at least tying it or potentially even taking their first lead of the ball game right here.
Well, this lead has diminished significantly in a quick time for the Chiefs, being unable to stop the 3-ball, even though they have switched to a zone defense early here in the second half.
Alston with the ball, now passes over to Campbell. Campbell near side wing over to Nelson. Nelson thought about driving, now kicks it inside. Lost the ball for a second, but a 3 from the far side corner by Alston once again, and just like that, Myrtle Beach takes their first lead of the ball game. Berger almost loses the ball. A scramble for the ball, jump ball called, and it will be Chiefs ball. They will retain possession here.
I would think that Coach Smith is definitely going to have to call a timeout here, as Myrtle Beach has her first lead here. They're going to have to stop the 3-ball at this point right now.
Berger kicks it out to White. White tries to slow the pace down, passes it into Berger, almost lost it, scramble for the ball once again, and another jump ball. Or a foul they will call a jump ball, so it will be Myrtle Beach ball now. I'm honestly surprised, and there it is. I was about to say, I'm honestly surprised Coach Smith hasn't called a timeout, and pretty much right on cue, she decides we need a timeout.
Well, it's very interesting to see how the Chiefs came out of the locker room, maybe looking a little sluggish, maybe not, but they had a 7-point lead at the half. It is now turned into a 1-point deficit with the inability to stop the 3-ball. And looking at my stats here, Myrtle Beach has made 6 3-balls, including 4 here in the second half.
Yeah, so that's something that the Chiefs, I mean, we talked about it. They've got the size advantage, but the Seahawks are basically taking advantage of what they've got. They've got the length.
And the way to beat a zone defense is to either drive it inside or shoot it over. And late in the first half, they were driving it inside. It seems like they switched up their game plan here in the third quarter as they're starting to shoot it over the Chiefs defense.
Yeah, it looks like they realized that driving wasn't working. Kick out, thought about taking a 3, did Nelson. Nelson now bringing it near side wing. Stutter step drive, puts up a floater, no good. Rebounded by the Seahawks. Campbell with the ball, far side wing, drives, puts up a lay, no good. Rebounded by Hatchell. Hatchell pushing it up now. Hatchell, stop and pop from the free throw line, drains it.
Great job by Hatchell, getting that block, bringing it up to the foul line where she pulls up for a jumper as the Lady Chiefs retake the lead here. 23-22, 3 minutes remaining here in the third.
Seahawks driving, drains it. Nice drive by Campbell right there, as the Seahawks take the lead once more, 24-23 with 2:45 remaining. Berger now with the ball right at the 3-point line. Now passes it inside to Hatchell. Hatchell puts it up. Nice inside pass by Vincent, getting it to the tall lady Hatchell, and she's able to put it up and in for the easy lay-in to take the lead once more. Seahawks now with the ball far side. Thought about driving, now they do, and a foul will be called.
With that bucket here, well, I should say with that bucket there, Daviana Hatchell has 11 points and is the Lady Chiefs' leading scorer, making 5 field goals and 1 from the charity stripe.
That foul was assessed on Berger, her first, as Shalay Campbell goes to the line to shoot 2. The first one is up and in, rims in. And that will tie the ball game up once more. 25-25 with 2:21 remaining in the third quarter. Shalay Campbell, 9 points per game, 2 assists, and 4 rebounds, her average.
25 all here.
The second one up and no good. It will remain a tied ball game. Berger gets the rebound. Thought about pushing it, now brings it back out, now over to Vincent. Now she slows it down. Thought about a press, but now they pass it over. Now back over to Berger. Now Vincent with the ball at the point, passes it over to Vereen. Vereen loses it, however. Nice job by Vincent, though, getting back on defense and avoiding and stopping the easy lay-in. Great transition defense by Vincent. And now the Chiefs once more with the ball. Vincent now passes over to Hatchell, near side wing, now back over to Vincent. Vincent over to Vereen, now back over to Vincent. Vincent to Hatchell. Hatchell thought about it, now passes over to Vincent, who takes a long three, no good. Rebounded by the Seahawks. Seahawks trying to push it in transition. Passes it out, stop and pop, drains it! Fatima Alston with the three. And it is now, oh no, they'll call it a long two, so it will be 27-25 with just under a minute and a half remaining in the third quarter. Pressure defense by the Seahawks. Passes inside, Berger puts it up, no good, but she will draw the foul and go to the line for two.
The crowd behind me is starting to go nuts here. The Seahawks have a 2-point lead. I believe their biggest lead of the night thus far.
Yes.
1 minute, 14 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Jordanberger heads to the line, shooting two.
She can tie the game back up. The first one up and good. This next one will tie it. Looks like this game's going to be a crazy one, going right down to the wire. Exactly what you expect with these kind of rivalry games and the first game of the region play. The next one is no good, but it will go off of a Seahawks player and out of bounds. The Chiefs get a lucky break and get the ball right back.
It's going to see what Coach Smith can draw up to see what they've been practicing and see if they can execute it.
Vincent
here.
inbounds. Vereen thought about taking a shot. Now passes it over to Vincent. Vincent driving far side, hands it off to Vereen. Vereen now is slowing the pace down, passes it over to Hatchell, near side wing. Hatchell now back over to Vincent. Vincent back over to Vereen, far side wing. Now passes inside to Berger. Kick out to Vincent. Dude takes a three and she drains it. Three-pointer by Riley Vincent, and just like that, the Chiefs are back in the lead, 29-27. Three-pointer, no good by the Seahawks, rebounded by Hatchell, and a foul will be called on the Seahawks.
It seems like the Chiefs crowd here tonight has definitely picked up steam as the Lady Chiefs are starting to play with a lot more pride for their school in this rivalry game here tonight.
And if Riley Vincent can get on a roll and get hot, this ball game is over, as in tough pass right there. Vereen loses it. It will be Seahawks ball.
There's 30.3 seconds remaining in this one. Chiefs clinging to a 2-point lead at 29-27. It's going to be very interesting to see what Myrtle Beach can execute here.
30.3 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Passes it near side. Errant pass by Nelson, and it will go out of bounds. It will be Chiefs ball as they try to extend their 2-point lead. 21.5 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
It seems like Myrtle Beach couldn't take advantage of the final possession, so the Chiefs are going to look to make them pay and make this a 2-score game.
Vincent with the ball, driving, almost loses the ball. She's able to maintain possession, but a foul will be called on Alston.
15.9 seconds remaining here. It looks like Hatchell's going to trigger the inbounds play right in front of us.
She passes it over to Vincent, now back over to Hatchell. Hatchell back over to Vincent. Vincent takes a long three from the point. No good. Rebounded by Myrtle Beach. Nice defense by Hatchell. Almost loses the ball, does Alston. Alston's able to push it up court. Over the timeline, at the buzzer, no good. And after three, we go to the break with a 29-27 Chiefs lead. Crazy third quarter, crazy game, and this game is only going to get crazier.
Oh my goodness, this game is absolute madness. It's exactly what I expected. Going to be low scoring between very great defenses here. And I don't know if you can hear it, they're playing jump around here. Oh, they stopped jump around, trying to get both crowds, most notably the North Myrtle Beach crowd, pumped up because there's going to be another 8 minutes of very rough physical basketball coming up.
Well, I mean, we didn't mention, I forgot to mention it during the pregame show, but, you know, the Chiefs average a lot of points, but they have that stifling defense, opponents averaging only 29.2 points per game. But Myrtle Beach also has a pretty good defense, with them averaging only 35.4 points a game. Opponents do, but for the Seahawks rather, they don't have that dynamic offense that the Chiefs do. So this has really been that battle of, can the Chiefs get their offense going? And so far, they haven't been able to do it nearly as well as they normally do. But if they can get Riley Vincent going, if she can get on a hot streak, like I said, this game's over.
Well, of course, the one that's been playing the best for the Lady Chiefs thus far, in my opinion, has definitely been Daviana Hatchell. One stat I have that's interesting, I'll let you get to the game, then I'll say it in the next break. As
we get set once more, Campbell with the ball, hands it off. Now passes it far side over to Alston. Alston driving near side, now passes it over to Campbell. Passes it over to Campbell. Campbell bringing it far side. Wrap around offense around the perimeter. Now over to Alston. Alston passes it to Campbell. Campbell now bringing it back out to the point. Now back over to Alston. Alston driving off of a pick. Thought about it. Now hands it back off. Now back over to Campbell. A foul will be called. That will be on Jenna Berger.
As I was saying, Brandon, another interesting tidbit to think about in the last 8 minutes here. North Myrtle Beach is 5-0 at home, and Myrtle Beach is 4-0 on the road, so someone's going to go down tonight.
Adaya Vereen checks in. She replaces Destiny Vereen. As Campbell with the ball, slowing things down, thought about driving. Stutter step, thought about taking a three, now stutter step again, driving. Kick out, three, drain it. A three by Fatima Alston once again, who else? And just like that is now a 29-27 ball game. 6:55 in the ball game remaining. A whistle is blown, and it will be a foul called on Myrtle Beach.
It seems like Alston has been lethal from three-point range. She has half of the Myrtle Beach three-pointers, 4 of 8 to be exact, and that's her only field goal attempts, having 12 points tonight.
The shot is up, no good. Rebounded. However, Berger takes a long two, no good. Almost got the offensive rebound, does Hatchell. It will go out of bounds, and it will remain Chiefs ball.
Myrtle Beach has a slim 30-29 lead here, just at the start of the fourth quarter. 6:42 remaining in this
long
one.
Three, no good. Offense almost got the offensive rebound, did Berger. And a pressure defense by Jordan Berger, nice job. More pressure defense by the Chiefs, but the Seahawks are able to break out of it. Almost lost it, and the Chiefs do get the ball right back as they are able to force the turnover. 30-29 Seahawks in the lead. 6:26 remaining in the fourth and final quarter. Chiefs trying to regain their lead after taking a quick lead in the first half and looking like they were going to have a fairly easy time at least. And the Seahawks have quickly have gotten back into this game, especially in the second half. As White with the ball, now passes over to Berger, now back over to White, now back over to Berger. Vincent at the point, now passes over to White. White thought about driving, now passes it into Hatchell. Hatchell, no good. Rebound, offensive rebound, and then put it up and in by Jordan Berger, and she will draw the foul.
She's starting to wake up, Brandon, and just at the right time.
Great job by Jordan Berger to get the bucket and the foul, so she will go to the line for the end one to extend the lead up to 2. 31-30 with just under 6 minutes remaining in the game.
It's critical that Berger makes this foul shot.
Berger shot up and rims in. 32-30. Passes it. Thought about taking the three. Did Nelson. Nelson now passes it near side over. Now hands it off to Campbell. Campbell bringing it far side. Thought about driving. Now passes it out to Nelson. Nelson loses the ball, but a whistle will be called. And a foul will be called on North Myrtle Beach.
It seems like the Lady Chiefs defense has woken up from early in the first half, starting to play much more aggressive.
A long outlet pass, almost stolen, able to get it, a scramble for the ball. Vereen able to get it out, still scrambling, and looked like Coach Smith was trying to call a timeout, but the refs were not paying attention, and it will be Seahawks ball. And now she will call a timeout.
So they refused the timeout to Coach Smith, but they give it to Myrtle Beach. We'll take it. It's still a chance again at a huddle without burning a timeout.
But I think what Coach Smith was trying to do there was call a timeout while the Chiefs had possession of the ball, to make sure that they had possession of the ball. So a tough break for the Chiefs right there, but I think this timeout will do good for them to reset, regroup, and make sure that they have everything ready to go and make sure that they finish off this final stretch of this game, as there's only 5.5 minutes remaining in this one.
It's going to be necessary for the Lady Chiefs to slow it down and control the pace of the game if they want to pull out this one. If you realize that North Myrtle Beach has not been in a game this close, this late all season, so this is new territory for them.
Yeah, this is going to be a big test for the Chiefs, like you mentioned. This is the first game that they've really been tested throughout this season so far, other than their one loss, obviously.
It seems like for a little bit here late in the game that both teams just said, screw the fundamentals. This is going to be all-out street ball. Mm-hmm. It is a rivalry game. It's just a matter of who wants it most.
That's kind of what you expect in these kinds of games, in these kinds of rivalry games. You expect that they throw caution to the wind, as we are underway once again. Shalay Campbell with the ball. Passes it near side over to Nelson. She brings it far side. Now hands it off to Nelson once again. Passes it near side to Alston. Alston thought about it. Puts up a floater. No good. Offensive rebound, however, puts it up and one. That will be. That was Zaria Dennis who was able to get the rebound, put the bucket in, and draw the foul. And she will go to the line for the N1 to give the Seahawks the lead once more. The shot is up, no good. Tie game still. Scramble for the ball. Jump ball will be called. Possession arrow will favor the Chiefs. So they will get a break there.
Nice job there by Riley Vincent to tie up the ball, forcing a jump ball, giving the Chiefs a possession.
Yeah, great job by Vincent, having the wherewithal to go after that ball as Ashanti White brings the ball up. Passes it far side over to Vereen. Vereen thinking about passing it inside. She does to Berger, and Berger will draw a foul. And I believe that will be the... That is the Seahawks' 7th foul, so Berger will go to the line for the 1-and-1.
I was just checking the scoreboard to see if that was right.
As the first one is up and good, so that will give the Chiefs the lead once more as Coach Smith talks to Riley Vincent and Ashanti White near the sideline as Berger puts the second one in as well to extend the lead up to 2. 34-32 with just under 5 minutes remaining. Nelson bringing the ball out, now hands it off, now over to Campbell. Campbell bringing it far side, near side, passes it over to Nelson. Nelson driving, now back over. Now thought about driving, now hands it off to Campbell once again. Campbell resetting at the point, bringing it back to the timeline. Now passes it over to Nelson. Nelson bringing it far side. Passes it far side wing over to Alston. Alston almost loses it, but is able to recover. Now a long pass over to Campbell near side corner, Now stutter step driving, puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded by the Chiefs. Chiefs are able to recover the ball, and they'll reset and slow the pace down a bit. Vincent with the ball at the point. Now passes it over to Vereen. Vereen passes it inside to Berger. Berger puts the shot up, no good, but she will draw the foul and go to the line for 2 once more.
4:01 remaining in this one, Brandon. I was going to say that with the Lady Chiefs now in the bonus, they're going to have the advantage as they're going to continue to push the ball inside against a smaller Myrtle Beach team, get to the foul line, and they have been making their foul shots as of late.
Yeah, great job by the Chiefs in the second half of getting their free throw percentage up from what it was in the first half as Berger makes her first. So that will extend the lead out to 3. Second one up and good. Both of them nothing but net. It's 36-32 with 4 minutes remaining in the game. Campbell with the ball, bringing it up. Passes it near side wing over to Bezant. Bezant almost loses it. Nelson able to get the ball, and a foul will be called on Vincent.
The Lady Chiefs are going to have to watch it. They only have 2 more fouls to give before the Seahawks go into the bonus.
As Campbell with the ball near side wing, bringing it far side to the point. Right near the timeline, setting up a play, passes it over to Bezant. Bezant passes it inside, now kicks it out, and a foul will be called. Foul will be called on the Chiefs. And they will call that as a shooting foul, so Fatima Alston will go to the line. Or excuse me, that is Chariasta Alston. Like I said, numbers black on black giving a bit of a problem as the first one shot is up and good, 36-33 with just over 3.5 minutes remaining in the game. Charissa Alston will shoot her second. And second one up and good. So 36-34 Chiefs in the lead. Full court press and the Seahawks are able to steal it. Passes it far side wing. And now the Seahawks will drive and they will draw a foul once more. Looks like
Coach Smith looks very displeased at the Chiefs bench, very upset that the Lady Chiefs had a very costly turnover, and they're very lucky that the Seahawks did not tie the game with 3:25 remaining here.
And that they will actually not call a foul on that play. It was tipped out of bounds. It will remain Seahawks ball. 3:25 remaining, 36-34, Chiefs in the lead. A whistle blown again. That ball tipped out of bounds, and it will remain Seahawks ball. Ashanti White with the tough defense on the inbound. Now Vincent taking the inbound defense. They are able to get it out. As Bezant with the ball now hands it off to Nelson. Nelson bringing it far side. Now thought about it. Now driving far side. Now kicks it out. Bringing it near side. Passes it over. Now back over to Campbell. Campbell puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Devonna Haskell. And now they can slow the pace down. Vincent now with the ball far side wing. She loses the ball but is able to recover. Gets a bit of pressure. She's able to drive far side now. Kicks it back out. Now passes it over to White. White over to Hatchell near side wing. Hatchell passes it inside to Berger. Berger is able to put it up. No good. Offensive rebound by herself. She draws a foul, and she'll go to the line for 2.
Once again, I've said it many, many times tonight, the Lady Chiefs taking advantage of the smaller Myrtle Beach team. Berger going to the line once again. She is 6 of 7 so far, so she has been the most clutch free throw shooter for the Lady Chiefs thus far.
Yeah, that's exactly who you want at the line for the Chiefs, as the first one is up and good. She goes up to 7 of 8 tonight, 37-34, just over 2.5 minutes remaining. And like you said, Jordan Berger just using her power as that ball goes in as well. She goes 2 of 2 from the line. As Campbell now brings the ball up, tries to slow down the pace a little bit, passes it far side over to Nelson. Nelson bringing it near side, passes it over to Campbell. Campbell passes it inside, tip, and stolen by Berger. Thought about driving, now brings it back out and slows the pace down. Vincent now with the ball far side wing. Vincent getting some pressure, now passes it over to White. White thought about driving, gets a double team, but they will call a traveling violation on Ashanti White. So it will be Myrtle Beach ball here. Alston to take the inbound.
And that's a very costly turnover for the Lady Chiefs here. 2:08 remains here, a 2-score game as the Lady Chiefs lead 38-34 over Myrtle Beach.
Campbell with the far side wing, driving, thought about it, puts it up, and nice inside pass by Campbell to get it to, I believe that was Zaria Dennis who got the shot. So 2-point game as I believe the Chiefs called the timeout. So 1:53 to go here. 38-36 is your score. And this looks like it's going to be a fun one at the end.
Yes, it is, and the crowd senses it. The pep band here at North Myrtle Beach High School starting to play the tomahawk drop, trying to get the Chief fans into this game even more as if they haven't been into it enough. I see the student section here doing the dropping motion, most notably the Atlanta Braves.
Yep. Or Florida State.
That is true. But back to the game itself. 1-score possession, less than 2 minutes to go. Fourth quarter, this is everything we thought it would be.
Yeah, definitely. And you were talking about the atmosphere here as the Chiefs get ready to inbound it. There were a few empty seats to start off this game, but now not an empty seat in the building. This is rivalry. This is high school basketball at its finest. Here we go. Deviana Hatchell with the ball. Riley Vincent now with the ball at the point. Thought about driving it far side. Now passes out. Almost lost it. Recovered by the Chiefs. Now passes inside. Hatchell puts it up and in. And it's now a 4-point ball game with 1.5 minutes remaining.
And what a time by Destiny Vereen to get on the board here.
Foul called on Berger. That's her third personal. With only 1:19 remaining, you don't have to worry too much about foul trouble, but still something to be concerned about. A few Chiefs in a little bit of foul trouble as free throws forthcoming for Campbell. First one up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 7. Sounds like we've got some Myrtle Beach fans right behind us as you can hear them cheering. This is actually Fatima Alston who's on the line. And the second one up and good. And it's 40-38. 1:19 remaining. Full court press for Myrtle Beach. Vincent able to get it out to Hatchell. Hatchell gets it to Berger. They cross the timeline. Hatchell now with the ball far side wing. Calling out a play. Getting some pressure defense. Driving. Puts up a floater. No good. Rebounded by Myrtle Beach. Just a scramble for the ball. That ball will go out of bounds. It will be North Myrtle Beach ball. Or no, excuse me. Thought he pointed towards North Myrtle Beach side, but it will be more Myrtle Beach ball.
And under a minute here, a 1-score game. It's going to come down to the wire here in Little River tonight.
And this place is rocking. Drive, puts up, no good, but a foul is called. Josiah Besson will go to the line.
And it'll be crucial for Besson to sink these two, because if she misses the 1-and-1, look for Myrtle Beach to start fouling.
It's a shooting foul, so it'll be 2.
My apologies, she has 2.
First one up, good. Second one will tie the ball game up. 47.9 seconds remaining in this ball game, and this is exactly what we expected with this game.
That's the beauty of a rivalry game, Brandon.
Shot, up, buckets. Tie ball game. A slight full court press, now a full court press, and a timeout will be called by Coach Smith. And if you're Coach Smith, you gotta be drawing up something. Who's your go-to on this one?
Well, obviously, Jordan Berger's had the hot hand here in the second half. Daviana Hatchell has been consistent all game. Both of them are very, very great options. I'd go to one of them, but Riley Vincent is due for a big
you can't forget about Riley Vincent.
You cannot forget about Riley Vincent in this situation.
I'd be calling a play right now where you have the potential of either going inside to Berger or outside to Vincent, depending upon how the defense plays.
The Chiefs have options. Let's see if they can execute what Coach Smith has drawn up in the huddle.
Inbound by Hatchell. Thought about a full court press, but they do not. As Ashanti White passes it over to Vereen. Vereen takes a long two. No good. Rebounded by the Seahawks. Long outlet pass. Driving. Passes it inside. Three. No good. Rebounded by Berger. Berger pushing it up. Scramble for the ball. Seahawks with the ball now. Campbell with the ball, and a timeout is called. 18.9 seconds remaining. Tie ball game.
Oh my goodness! This is absolute pandemonium here. This place is about to explode, Brandon.
This is rivalry. First game of region play. Nothing gets better than this.
Imagine what it's going to be like the rest of the way. Both crowds are going nuts.
And
who has possession here?
And not only for us, but for the fans, for the band, for everyone. This is only the first, well, technically the third game, but this is the first of the two varsity games. We still have the boys forthcoming.
If you could hear, the Tomahawk Chop is playing loud by the pep band here. All the student section doing the hand motion. They're hungry for a victory, and this is only the girls' game. We've got another one coming up, which I think will be even more crazy.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Rivalry, competition, high school basketball at its finest.
18.9 seconds remaining in this one. Myrtle Beach will inbound. Do you think they're going to hold for the last shot?
Oh, you would have to think so, as Campbell gets the inbound. Thought about setting a screen. Now she brings it back out. Passes it over to Nelson. Nelson thought about driving, but now brings it back out. Thought about driving. 6 seconds remaining. Double team. Campbell thought about it. Takes a long three. No good. Offensive rebound. No good. We're going to overtime.
Can you believe this place? What better way than two rivals to go at it, going to overtime for the first time this season.
Absolutely crazy.
I lost my voice after Tuesday doing two games. I think I'm going to lose it after this one.
Yeah, and we still have another one left to go. You better be prepared.
Oh my goodness. So I do not all right, 4-minute overtime period. Obviously going to have less time to execute, so every possession is going to be
every
a lot
possession
more.
counts now. In high school, 4-minute overtimes, I believe it's continuous, correct?
I would assume so.
Until
Coach
we
Smith
get a
is
winner.
talking to her team in the huddle, trying to calm her players down, knowing that they are still in great shape winning this game, even though it's tied, but they have the support of their fans and the community behind them, and of course, the home court advantage.
Absolute pandemonium here as we get set for overtime. Jump ball forthcoming. Berger to take it. She gets it. Chiefs start with possession. And a buzzer goes off inadvertently. And Chiefs will get possession. Hatchell passes it out to Vincent. Vincent with the ball. Passes it far side to White. White now passes over to Berger. Berger thought about taking a three. Now brings it near side. Now over to Hatchell. Hatchell at the point passes it over to White. White bringing it far side. Now over to Vincent. Now back over to White. White inside to Berger. Kicks it out to Hatchell. Hatchell with the three. No good. Rebounded by the Seahawks.
The Chiefs will get back. They will play half-court defense.
Bezdin with the ball. Now passes it over to Campbell. Campbell at the logo. Passes it back over to Bezdin. Bezdin bringing it far side. Thought about driving. Now kicks it back out. Now brings it over. Passes it over to Alston. Alston bringing it far side. Now inside. Now passes it out to Campbell, who takes a three. No good. Tipped, and that will go out of bounds. That will go off of a Seahawk, so it will be Chiefs ball. Hatchell to inbound. 3:04 remaining in the overtime period.
A minute in and there's still no scoring. Both defenses are going to be battling it out the rest of the way.
A slight full court press, but the Chiefs are able to get out of it. Passes it inside, now kicks it back out. White thought about taking a shot. Vincent now passes it over to Hatchell. Hatchell back over to Vincent. Vincent thought about taking a three. Now over to White. Now passes it, and a timeout will be called by the Chiefs.
Coach Walker, sorry, not Coach Walker.
Coach Smith
calling a timeout here.
Getting ahead of yourself a little bit there.
Unfortunately, yes, this is the first OT game I've experienced all year. Coach Smith is going to draw something up that she knows will work, knowing that each possession means much more here in overtime with less time and 2:41 remaining here. Of course, it's still 40-40.
Yeah, but like you mentioned during the intermission between the fourth quarter and overtime, with how little time there is, every possession counts.
Oh, no doubt.
And especially with it being high school basketball and there not being a shot clock.
Believe me, I've been talking to many players on the North Myrtle Beach side all week in school. They're hungry. They want this win. They're definitely going to want it much more badly than these Myrtle Beach players. And you may be asking why. Well, according to Max Preps, since 2004, North Myrtle Beach is 4-18 in rivalry games against Myrtle Beach, so they definitely want this one.
Oh yeah, they definitely want this one. As now White has the ball far side wing, driving far side, now passes it over to Vereen. Vereen inside to Berger. Berger up and under and puts it in. Chiefs take a 42-40 lead. 2.5 minutes remaining in overtime. Campbell with the ball now, slowing things down at the point. Bringing it near side, passes it over far side. Thought about passing it over to the corner, now back over to Campbell. Campbell near side wing. Drawing up a play, driving, baseline, puts it up, and in. Tie ball game once more, 2 minutes remaining. Full court press, they're able to break it. White able to get it over the timeline. Almost over and back, but they are able to get it into the forecourt. Hatchell with the ball now.
150 remaining.
Vincent with the ball now. Passes it near side wing over to Vereen. Vereen thought about taking the three. Passes it over to Vincent. Vincent now resetting. Now passes it far side over to Hatchell. Inside to Berger. Berger puts it up. No good, but she will draw the foul and go to the line for two.
She's been very clutch from the foul line. 8 of 9 so far. Looking around the gym, nobody has a butt in their seat. Everyone's standing, knowing the intensity of this rivalry.
But no free throw has been bigger in this game than the two right now.
Oh my goodness, I'm so nervous. Like, my heart is beating so much. I can only imagine what the players are feeling.
This is what it's all about. The first one is up and good. 43-42, 1:36 remaining in overtime. Second one up. No good. 1 point possession, 1 point game, excuse me. Campbell now driving. Passes it inside. Lost the ball. Scramble for the ball. Jump ball. Oh, timeout's called by Myrtle Beach. What a lucky break for Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach will retain possession with 1:26 remaining.
Coach Smith is visibly upset that the refs granted that timeout to Myrtle Beach.
But especially after they did it to her earlier on in the fourth quarter.
Believe me, Coach Smith saw that Riley Vincent had possession of the ball, and luckily Myrtle Beach was able to sneak in that timeout. Believe me, I'm second witness. Riley Vincent was the first one down on the floor to that ball. She had possession. Personally, I think we got hosed on that one, but we still have the 1 point lead at 43-42, 1:26 left in this one. My voice is about to
explode?
My voice is dying by the second at this point, Brandon.
Yeah. Craziness.
I must say the Chiefs' game plan here, keep driving the ball inside with Jordan Berger.
Jordan Berger. I did that earlier.
She's 10 of 11 from the line, but they need to stop here first.
Inbound coming. Myrtle Beach with the ball. Minute 22 remaining. Campbell with the ball near side wing. Calling out a play, slowing the pace down. Driving down the baseline, puts it up. No good. Scramble for the ball. Jump ball. Possession arrow will favor Myrtle Beach.
Either team refuses to give up. They know they want this game harder than the most. Forget fundamentals. This is like a street fight. It's a matter of who wants it the most.
Exactly. Almost loses the ball. Myrtle Beach, scramble. Still scrambling. And jump ball will be called once more. Possession arrow favors North Myrtle Beach.
No, it's the Chiefs ball. Chiefs ball, 103 remaining.
Great defense by the Chiefs right there.
Once again, Jordan Berger was the first one down on the floor. She's definitely helped her team and maybe changed the momentum here. Full court press with Myrtle Beach here.
White able to break it. White now passes it over to Hatchell. Hatchell thought about taking the three. Now a pressure defense. Passes it back over to White. Now over to Vincent. Now back over to White. Back over to Vincent. Vincent with the three. Drives it! Riley Vincent with the three-pointer. It's a 46-42 ball game. 35.4 seconds remaining.
Oh my goodness!
Riley Vincent with the clutch three. She's got ice in her veins.
She may only have three tonight, but that third one makes it a two-possession game. This may be the last chance for Myrtle Beach. 46-42, 35.4 seconds remaining. If the Chiefs get the ball back, look for them to foul, but you want to get the ball to Jordan Berger.
I think maybe this is a little bit early, but I think as long as they're able to keep momentum and play good defense, I think that's dagger.
The question is, if we end up pulling this one out, who's going to be the player of the game?
Well, that's a discussion for once we get this game out. I think if that's the winning bucket, I think you got to go with Riley Vincent again. Almost a steal. Campbell able to retain possession. She gets over the timeline. Three, no good. Rebound by North Myrtle Beach. And now North Myrtle Beach has to start fouling, and they do. Shalay Campbell with the foul on Deviana Hatchell, and she will go to the line to shoot two.
Hatchell's going to go to the line, 25.8 seconds left, trying to make this I guess still a two-possession game, going to make it a three-possession game.
Well, it would be a three-possession game if she made both of these. So the first one up, good! 47-42. And Coach Smith calling out a play to both Ashanti White and Riley Vincent as the second one is no good. 47-42, 20 seconds remaining. Layup is good. 47-42, or 47-44, excuse me. 15.2 seconds remaining in the overtime period. And a timeout is called. Or no, excuse me, they called a foul. Intentional foul on the Seahawks, and Riley Vincent will go to the line.
The first time tonight, and it's the most critical part of the game.
First one up and good, 48-44, 15.2 seconds remaining. Second one, up. No good. Rebounded, however, by the Chiefs. Foul, Jordan Berger able to put it up, and she will draw the foul.
She's going to the line, 10 of 11.
Yeah, she's been good. This could pretty much ice it. 12.2 seconds remaining, 4-point game, 48-44, as the first one is up and no good.
Got to make this second one.
Second one up. No good either, but a scramble for the ball again. Chiefs are able to.
No.
I think a timeout was called. I don't know who had possession of that when the timeout was called, however.
Looks like the possession is going to be on Myrtle Beach, and they also called the timeout. We're coming down to the wire. 8.5 seconds left, 48-44, although you know Myrtle Beach will be looking for a three, then try to foul. But the one thing Coach Smith is definitely talking to her team about, and I can guarantee they're looking for a three. Do not foul.
Oh, no, absolutely not. You got to play strong defense, but at the same time, you can't foul. It's a tough situation defensively, but this Chiefs defense, I think, is up for the task. They're going to play a full court.
Oh, no, the Chiefs have the
Chiefs ball. It tipped. Ball, scramble. Deviana Hatchell able to get it, and she will be fouled with 4.4 seconds remaining. So she will go to the line to shoot two.
If she makes one of two, this
game's over. Yeah. 4.4 seconds remaining in overtime. First one up. No good.
I'm sweating right now.
Second one up. Good. 49-44, 5-point game, 4.4 seconds remaining. Full court press. 4, 3, 2. Butts up the shot. Does Campbell? No good. Chiefs win! 49-44 in overtime. Girls win the first game. Absolutely incredible win for the Chiefs.
And it didn't even take it took an overtime to decide this one. What a way to have this rivalry game tonight.
That was an absolutely crazy game. So who's your player of the game?
Honestly, in a rivalry game with the team gutting out a very close win, there is none. It's a team victory tonight.
Yeah. So maybe we'll see if we can grab Coach Smith or something, but we'll be right back with the post-game show, and then we'll get right into the boys' game here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. We're actually going to go right into the boys game, so that'll wrap it up for us here for the girls game. We'll be right back on the next stream for the boys game here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network.